Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Disney Bride's Diary. So today's video is embarkation day for the MSC Divina. And as always, I show the process of us on the way to the port, which we are making our way through the Port of Miami Tunnel. And then I show you the process of going and dropping off your luggage to the porters, as well as parking in the parking garage and showing you which parking garage is best in our opinion to park at. So stay tuned. I have a lot of exciting things in this video. We got a lot covered inside of the ship. I'll be showing you the first night of food as far as the dinner goes and the buffet, as well as the sports bar, the arcade, and so much more. And we still have 3 more nights to go. So this cruise specifically is a 4-night cruise. It has 1 sea day and then it goes to Nassau and then Ocean Cay, which is MSC's private island. Now, as you can see, as we're driving into the port, they do have signage all over telling you which terminal you have to go to. So as you saw from that sign, it said MSC Divina was Terminal C. So then we're following the sign. So it's pretty easy to make your way around here. You can't really get lost unless you make one little wrong turn. But there are plenty of employees and officers around to assist you, if anything. So we are making our way around here, and we're going to drop off our luggage to the porters. Now, it is kind of common courtesy that if you're dropping your luggage off to the porters and they give you a luggage tag for your luggage, that you kind of give them a little tip. So just keep that in mind to maybe have some cash on hand. And I will show you the process of us making our way around here. And as you can see there, that's where all the vehicles are either dropping off people, or if you're like us, we just stop, pull over safely, and then give the luggage to a porter. And in the background, you can see right there the MSC Divina. It is a beautiful ship, and it's even more beautiful on the inside. So here we go. As you can see, we dropped off our luggage already, and just showing you some of the ship views. And we are making our way to the parking garage that is directly next to this terminal. And I will be showing you the prices as well. If you're going to park your vehicle, how much it costs. You could just pause there and see how much it is. $25 overnight, and so forth and so on. And this is what we always do. We just choose to bring our vehicle and then park. And so we are making our way here to the entrance. Now, we did get the Aria experience. So if you choose to get the Aria room or the Aria experience added onto your room, then you're going to get a preferred entrance. And I will show you that up ahead. And this is just the process of where you have to get your baggage checked and scanned and all that. So here it has the signage for either MSC Yacht Club or Aria. So to the left is the people that don't have the Aria. If you have the Fantastica experience and you're going to go to the left-hand side, that line honestly went just as fast as Aria this time around. And this is us here just waiting. But you can see the difference from the right side Aria, the left side. Either way, it goes pretty fast. So here we are. We did not have our booking information, so they printed us for us there. And those are those tickets that we were holding. So do not worry. If you cannot check in on the MSC app, they will provide you with your boarding tickets when you arrive there. You just have to have your room number ready for the porters if you need your baggage checked in. And of course, we have our strollers, so we're taking elevators all around. So if you have accessibility issues, if you're in a wheelchair, then you do take the elevators. It was pretty easy to make our way around because we always have to take the elevators with our strollers. So if you choose to get the Aria experience or you're part of the MSC Yacht Club, you do get that priority boarding, which is a plus. So just a quick side note, if you choose Aria, the Aria package, then you do get access to the Aria spa. You get priority boarding. You also get champagne and chocolate inside of your stateroom, which is nice. There's also many other benefits. If you go onto the MSC website, they do outline what else is provided in that package. So here we are walking the gangplank. This is the best part when you're boarding the cruise. The saddest part is when you're walking off the gangplank and leaving the cruise. And here we have some views of the lifeboats. And here we are entering. It was such a wonderful entrance because all the employees were there clapping and holding up signs. You will see that up ahead. And you see MSC Divina if you want to use the hashtag on Instagram. Now, this is our first time on the Divina. We have been on the Magnifica. We've been on the Seashore, as well as the Harmonia. And this one is just as beautiful. There's just something about MSC quality and their ships. And here starts the little mini tour of the ship. I'm going to be showing you all the areas that we walked through. You have to keep in mind that the first day on the cruise, it's going to be kind of a little bit overwhelming because you don't know where you're going. You're trying to figure out everything in the ship. And the one thing that we always do as soon as we get on the ship is head right to the buffet. And usually when you go to the buffet, you'll see up ahead in the video, it is really packed. There's long lines, and that's just expected because everyone's hungry. They want to eat as well and do the same exact thing. So just keep in mind to pack your patience on that first day. Now, the one thing that was great is that the elevators have been amazing so far. We have no complaints. And this is the casino, as you can see. And as always, the casino does not start until the ship starts sailing away. But you can cut through the casino to get where you need to get from the forward shift to the aft of the ship. And we're just making our way around here. And so if you get lost and you don't know where you are, they do have navigation maps all around. So we were trying to find where the buffet was. And if you watch this video before you board the Divina, the buffet is on deck number 14, so you don't have to struggle like we did. And eventually we just had to ask an employee where it was because here on the map, I was just clicking and you can see there, nothing was coming up. I have to see if I press number 14 because here, let's see if it changes. And it doesn't really say buffet, but it is on deck number 14. They also have the ice cream bar area. I'll be showing you that up ahead with the delicious gelatos. I cannot wait for day 2 on the ship because on our sea day, we're going to get a lot more covered and enjoy that delicious gelato and cappuccinos. And here I just kept pressing the map trying to figure out where the buffet was. And eventually I will give up, but I figured that this made a good video here just so you have an idea of what is on each deck. And this is kind of basically what is the same thing that's on your MSC app. So don't forget to download the MSC app before you board the ship. And also, as soon as you book your cruise, you want to download the MSC app because you can check in there when it's time to check in. And you can take your photo. You can also put the credit card that you want on your account. That way it's a little bit of a faster experience once you get to the port. And I did not have my cruise card, so I could not do that there, so we left. And here we are heading to the buffet. I'm going to be showing you some of the buffet foods. Like I said, it's always packed on the first day, so I really couldn't get in there with the detail of the food. But I do show you the main areas and the categories of food that they had as far as the desserts, the pizzas. And you can see here the pool area, the jacuzzis. They have plenty of those on board, which is great. And so far, I'm really impressed with the ship because there's plenty of areas to hang out. You don't feel like it's super small. And just for reference, it was one of the biggest ships that was in port at the time. I believe there was Carnival and also Norwegian. And this ship in particular was the biggest ship, which is always nice. And over here we have the aqua park, which is another pool. And I believe here they also have the slide, but that's more towards either the end or the front of the ship. I'm not sure. And so we're making our way around, and it was rainy for embarkation day, so you see them there trying to dry up the decks. And that's fine. It was just as fun. So if it's raining on your embarkation day, do not worry about it, because you still have a blast sailing away. So on deck 14, you also have a bar here, as you can see to the left-hand side. And then immediately to right next to it is where the gelato is. And I show you a little preview here, but later on in the video, I do show you more detailed of what they have. And there's so many areas to sit with the views. I just love the views of Miami and Miami Beach. You cannot beat it. And here we are once again, still making our way to the buffet. And it is called the Calumet Buffet. Hopefully I'm saying that correct. But there's the times if you want to pause to have an idea of the times that the buffet is available. It's not 24/7, so you have certain hours that it's available until. And you can see here to the left, they do have your artisanal pizzas. Absolutely delicious. They have pepperoni, cheese, obviously. Delicious pizzas. You can also get your specialty dining packages if you were not able to get it online. You can sign up for some drink packages. It's up to you. And we're also tallying up the amount that we spend on drinks alone each day to see if the drink package is worth it in the end, because it is, if you want to get the non-alcoholic drink package, it is $25 per person. And then, so basically for me and my husband, it would have been $50 a day for the non-alcoholic drink package. And the first day we got maybe 4 Coca-Colas, some bottle of waters, and that totaled about 30 something dollars. So on the first day we would have not, we would have had to force ourselves to get maybe like a cappuccino to really benefit from that drink package. But we'll see as the cruise goes on. We'll see how much we spend daily a la carte in getting those certain beverages and see if it's worth it at the end. Now, what's nice is they do have several beverage stations, and they have the most delicious juices, which are included. So you can get like a strawberry kiwi juice from those fountain drink areas. You can get lemonade, iced tea, of course, water. And then over here in the buffet, they have a cute little kids area, and where you can have your chicken tenders, hot dogs, hamburgers, french fries. Of course, they have the little dessert area for the kids as well. And that is roped off there for them. But of course, adults go in there and get their food. And this time around, we were trying to find a seat first. But they do have a gluten-free corner, which has Brussels sprouts. It's all mashed potatoes there, rice. You have your breads. Now, I find out for us that it always works out that we get a table first, because like I said, it's difficult to find a table on day one because everyone wants to eat. And here's the dessert area. MSC, I'd have to say, has the best desserts. There's just something about them, absolutely delicious. And then just showing you here an example of the fountain drink area. And then you have your Indian food there. So yeah, you can see, you can kind of have an idea from the videos, the lines that form. You have the beverage station. And this one probably had the strawberry kiwi in it, because not all of the beverage stations have the strawberry kiwi. I think that one is absolutely delicious, the most delicious one. Some of them only have like the lemonade, the iced tea. So keep in mind, if you're wanting to buy Cokes, Sprites, that's something that's included in the beverage package, or you just pay out of pocket for that. And over here showing the pizza section again. So that would be my tip if you are especially traveling with kids or a large family, is go and find your seat first on the first day, because it is always packed. We had to do a couple of circles around to finally find something that opened up, but that seating is going to be packed. So we find our seat first, and then let's say my husband will stay with the kids, and then I'll make my rounds around and get my food first. And then walking by the kids section again and just showing you a little bit. We got some meatballs, chicken tenders, some rice, pork, pasta. They had the most delicious seasoned pork. And now we're making our way to our stateroom. We chose to get the Aria balcony stateroom. I'm also going to be showing you a room tour of the balcony stateroom. So far, I love it. I feel like it's so spacious. And then, of course, it comes with those Aria benefits. Now, keep in mind that you do have to make a reservation for the Aria Spa. Now, tomorrow, which is day 2, I will be taking a tour video of the Aria Spa so you can see what kind of things are included. So here we are. As soon as you enter the room, you have your daily activity. So day 1 of the activities that's going on, and you have that sheet there. And then you see the couch area, which also turns into a queen size bed that pulls out. And then here's the champagne with the chocolates, and that only comes with the Aria package. And then, of course, the balcony area. It's very spacious. My son absolutely loved it. And just showing you those views, as you can see. And so we're traveling with a toddler and a newborn, and I just feel it's a necessity at this point to have a balcony if you're able to afford it, because you know, my toddler loves going out on the balcony, getting that fresh air. We've done inside stateroom, and we still do inside stateroom sometimes, or ocean view. And we just find we feel like there's more space if we have a balcony. So over here you have your remote control, you have your nightstands. To the right is the closets. And you put your room card in that little slot there so that you power up the room and you get your electricity. Over here you have the shower with a nice glass door. And the bathrooms are pretty spacious. I have no complaints about that. And I don't show the closets because I feel like everyone for room tours shows the closets, but on the in the closets you do have a safe. There's lots of space to hang your clothes. You also get 2 robes and 2 MSC slippers that you get to keep. That's part of the Aria package. And I love the slippers. In another video, I'll have to show you what the slippers look like. So over here in the solarium, we do have more jacuzzis. Look at that. There's 1, 2, 3 jacuzzis. They also have a little game room here where you can play ping pong. And that other, I forgot the name of that other game. If you remember the name of the game, let me know in the comments below. And you have another pool here. And everyone is lined up to go ahead and see the sail away. And there's the views there of Star Island. And I tried doing a little time lapse because I've seen some YouTubers doing that in their video, and I think it's pretty cool. So coming up ahead, you'll see a nice little time lapse of us leaving. And there's the MSC signage. There's a nice picture opportunity to stand right under it if you go the deck above. I believe it's deck 15. And there's that time lapse. Pretty cool. And there is the ferry that takes the vehicles to Fisher Island. So if you live on Fisher Island, you have no choice but to take that ferry to get to your home. I absolutely love sailing out of Port of Miami because I feel like there's just so many views. We've sailed out of Port Canaveral, and there's not, you know, these beautiful buildings like this, you know. There's nothing like Port of Miami. And we've also sailed out of Port Everglades. It's kind of similar, but this one's still my favorite. And just doing that time lapse again. You have the famous South Point Park, Smith and Walensky there. And everyone loves South Point Park. If you are spending the night before, let's say in Miami Beach or in downtown Miami before you're going on your cruise, you can always go to this South Point Park. They have the pier that you can walk along. You can dine at Smith and Walensky, which is a famous steakhouse, and you can also walk around this park. They have a splash pad area for kids, and of course you can also go to the beach. So those are more benefits of sailing out of Port of Miami, especially if you're coming from another state. And now coming up, I'm going to show you the little kids area that they have. And here's my toddler enjoying it. And they do have a little slide area here inside that mushroom. Of course, that game again that I still don't know the name of. A little seesaw here. And they also have another little area inside, but it was closed. I'll show that in another day. So we got our pizza here and we decided to dine and have some views, showing you some of the dessert that they had. Pistachio cake, cheesecake, and like a fudge brownie cake. And then showing you here the selection. And once again, those sea views. Now this is the view from our balcony, the beautiful views of Miami Beach. And I think that's the bridge, if that's the name of it, where they control, where the captain controls everything. Or maybe that's the lookout area, I'm not completely sure. Anyways, we're making our way around the ship again. And they have this pretty little area here where you can just sit and enjoy the views. You can also do some shopping. And of course, you can order some beverages. And they have some tables set up here where you can buy some jewelry, some watches. I'm also going to be giving you a little gift shop tour. So I was able to get some of the main gift shop as well as the candy shop. The candy shop was amazing because it has some chocolates that you don't necessarily get at, regular stores like Walmart, Publix. And this is the main area where they play music. I would say the main atrium area. Now it's time for dinner. So when you choose the Oreo package, you can dine whatever time you like. So you don't have to choose the later seating or the earlier seating. You just show up when you want. Here you can get a little preview of the dinner, of the menu. You can also get that preview on your MSC app as well. So here we are, just showing you some of the dinner views. And of course you get your bread. I'm going to be showing you what we ordered. So this is the stuffed meatball. It has cheese on the inside. That was for the appetizer. And just showing you my son's kid pizza, I chose to get the lasagna as my main meal. And my husband got the prime rib with fries and broccoli. And then I got the pistachio cake. My son got the vanilla ice cream. And then my husband got a fudge brownie with ice cream on the side. So after dinner, as always, we choose to go to the stores just to take a look around and see what's available. You can always find some things that are just MSC exclusive on the ship. And they had M&M's galore, which my son loves. They also have some Legos. They have Hot Wheels, monster trucks. And you can see these Kinder chocolates. And some of these things you can only find at the port or on the ship. They have cute little gifts that you can bring home. Some Mentos, Tic Tacs. Some gummy bears. They also have Barbies there. Now this is what I would say is the main MSC gift shop where you can get all your MSC logo items. They have this cute bear here for $17.90. And you can also get some these are little stress ball ships to squeeze. They do have keychains there. Some Ocean K bottles. I didn't get everything in this gift shop, but just so you can at least have an idea. Of course, the MSC Lego set that you can only find on board on the ship. Because if you're going to buy it on Mercari or eBay, you're going to be paying extra. Look at how cute this MSC cruise ship Captain Barbie is. I feel like that's new because I have not seen that on the other ships. And in this gift shop, you can also find your hats. They have plenty of MSC hats if you forgot your hats at home or if you just want to have a souvenir. They also have backpacks. I love that MSC one there. They also have the diffuser if you want to have your house smell like the spa, which is pretty cool. And they have plenty of Doremi gifts here. You can get a Doremi towel, a mini Doremi, or a larger size one. And if you don't know who Doremi is, that is the mascot of the ship. And sometimes you'll see Doremi walking around the large version to take a picture with. And over here they have some MSC pool towels. You can also get your MSC polo shirts. And like I said, I couldn't get all of the footage because it was pretty packed. Maybe I will do another complete video separately of the gift shops. And over here is where you can get your specialty coffees and your hot drinks. You can get your espressos, which they are known for having the best espressos on board the ship, as well as their pina coladas. To keep that in mind. So the sports bar was absolutely amazing. It was empty when we went, which we were pretty surprised. So you can have your little personal area there when you're sitting with your friends or family members. They also have a bar, and another amazing amenity is they do have bowling. And I'm kind of shocked that no one was doing bowling, but it is $7 for about 3 frames of bowling. So just keep that in mind. And you're just going to swipe your sailing card and then you'll be able to play that game. My son, he was covering his ears because it was pretty loud. I guess since it's in a small area, but I'm showing you there it's $7. You just swipe your card and then you can play your games. So we played, that equals out to maybe about 10 minutes, I would say, in total, which is pretty fast, but you know, it's pretty cool to say that you could do bowling at sea. And then I had to come up and show my non-bowling skills. I was throwing it kind of like a skee ball. I haven't bowled in forever. Now making our way around, we were making our way to the arcade. We came across some live entertainment, which is always amazing. And this little seating area is just so beautiful. I have to say, on this ship, there was a lot of beautiful little areas to sit at. And then coming around, here is that gelato. They had raspberry, mango, banana. I'm going to have to come back tomorrow and get a good video and also try it out. And this is that deck that I was talking about where you can get a picture under that MSC logo, which I thought is pretty cool. And the arcade, I have to say, it is the smallest arcade I've ever seen anywhere. And, you know, kind of leaves me a little bit speechless, but if you want to play about 5 different games, you can do so here in this little arcade area. And they do have that little hockey game, airstrike. I don't know how many tickets one could possibly get in this area to win a prize, but here it is. And also another hockey game, Pac-Man version. I mean, if you love that game, which like I do, I'd play it over and over. But anyways, guys, they do also have Glow Night, which is pretty fun. This is the area where they have it. Thank you so much for watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, A Disney Bride's Diary. So today's video, I'm going to be giving you a review of the Barbie Cabana. Now this is located at Atlantis in the Bahamas, Paradise Island. Now, as you can see here, they do have this little bakery that's called Sun and Ice, and they have these cute little decor, and basically it is all decked out in Barbie decor, as you can see here. They have amazing picturesque opportunities, and they do have some delicious Barbie treats, which I will show you at the end of the video. For now, I'm going to be showing you how we make our way to the Barbie Cabana, and as well as a tour and a review of the Barbie Cabana. Now the Barbie Cabana is located at the Coral Pool, and I'll be showing you that up ahead. Now, in the main tower of Atlantis, they also have a whole Barbie experience. We didn't get a chance to see that, but I do show you the cabana, of course, and then that sun and ice dessert Barbie area at the end. So the coral pool is located in the coral tower, and we are making our way here. And then we check in to a white building, which I will show you up ahead. And that's where you meet your attendant and they bring you to your cabana. Right here we do have the Stingray Lagoon. You can see it's hundreds of stingrays. I didn't realize it was the Stingray Lagoon until we were walking on our way back. But I will be showing you also in a separate video most of Atlantis, including the Aquaventure and so on. So subscribe to see more. So here we are. We made our way to the coral pool. And we are making our way to that white building that I was talking about. Now you can see they do have regular cabanas here. The Barbie cabanas, they only have about 4 or 5 decorated. And here is the pool. Our attendant is showing us where the cabana is. Now they also do have day beds that are decorated Barbie style. I believe those are first come, first serve. To reserve the Barbie cabana, you can just go on the Atlantis website. So the cabana does have a chair here and this wraparound couch. And of course you have the Barbie decor galore. And you see the little details here. It does come with a fridge, a safe, and it comes with 3 bottles of waters and of course your towels. It does not include the food service, but I will be showing you the food menu that is available. And they also give you that Barbie bag that you see me wearing. I'll show you the contents towards the end of the video. They do also give you your choice of rosé or a non-alcoholic beverage. Now, I love the location of this cabana because it's located right next to the Predator Lagoon, where you can go underneath and see like the sharks and all the different fish under the aquarium. And here we are, we got our rosé. My husband is pouring it there. And the menu is coming up ahead. So it's a small menu, but we did get the grilled cheese. We also got the hamburger as well as the chips and guacamole. I forgot to get a video of that, but it was delicious. And it is fairly priced as well. And then you see here the proximity to the pool. And this pool does have a swim-up bar, if you're interested in that. And these are the contents of the bag. They do give a Barbie towel. It's a Barbie bucket hat as well as sunglasses and as well as the bag. Now another option is you can choose the location of your cabana, and you can also see a map of where the cabanas are located on the Atlantis website. Now I'm just showing you some of the detail here of that little bakery that I showed you in the beginning of the video, and it's called Sun and Ice, and you can see the Barbie specials that they have. We did get the strawberry shortcake, and that was absolutely delicious. That's the first one here. They also have this macaroon cake and then just regular macaroons. And just showing you some more of those table details. But this was absolutely delicious, and you can see those Barbie chocolate details. As always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel at Disney Bride's Diary. So today's video is going to be me giving you a tour of Atlantis Paradise Island in the Bahamas. So as you can see here, we just got off the ship and there were some mega yachts that was giving me Top Deck vibes, if you have seen that on the Bravo channel. And docked along with us was Liberty of the Seas as well as the Disney Wish. So we have been to Nassau so many times, and if you have seen my previous videos, you will notice that we've done the Colonial Hotel. We always try to do something different when we come to Nassau. We've done Margaritaville. And with the Colonial Hotel and Margaritaville, it's within walking distance from the port. And like I said, you can see those reviews on my channel as well. But today we decided to do Atlantis, and basically you can purchase a day pass on their website directly. It's $195 per person. Now MSC does have an excursion as well, which includes the day pass and then your transportation to get to Atlantis. But we decided to do this a la carte, and basically we took a taxi to Atlantis. So you have two options. You can either get your own taxi and ride in it by yourself for more expensive, or you can choose to do a shuttle with a group of people, and it's only $5 for your group. So that is the cheaper option. Now there's also a ferry to get from the port to Paradise Island, but a lot of people have complained about having to walk a long distance from the marina once they drop you off at Paradise Island, because it's not right at Atlantis. So that ferry is $7 per person if that's something that you're interested in, and that's before you get out of the port. Usually it's across from the Carnival Cruise Line ships. So here we are riding the shuttle, and we are crossing the bridge to get to Paradise Island, and you can see the beautiful Atlantis there in the distance. And this is the toll once you get off the bridge, and just showing you what the shuttle looks like on the inside if you choose to go with the cheaper option. Now the shuttle does not drop you off at the entrance of Atlantis. It drops you off where the Paradise Island shops are located, and then it's about a 5-minute walk to get to the entrance of Atlantis itself. So on this specific day, we did do the day pass, and then I also decided to book us the Barbie Cabana that is located in the Coral Pool. And I also have a separate video of that cabana if you want to see how that is. And also in general, they have regular cabanas as well along the Coral Pool, so you can kind of see how it is as far as size and what you get along with the cabana. And just showing you the walk along the way. They do have this sidewalk here, so it's not like you have to walk into the street or anything like that. Now, as we enter the Coral Tower, they do have shops. Now, this is not located in the main tower of Atlantis. It's located on the right-hand side. But of course, everything in Atlantis as far as the Aquaventure is within walking distance of this tower. Now, I love how they have this Barbie cafe here. And this is called the Sun and Ice Cafe. You can get some Barbie exclusive bakery items, as well as just your regular sodas and other baked goods. And showing you how they have it decorated there. Super cute. And I'm going to show you the path that we take to get to the Coral Pool Cabanas. When you first enter the building, there's going to be a front desk to your left-hand side. Don't forget to stop at that front desk, because you do have to get a bracelet for the Aquaventure for your day pass. So here we are walking under this waterfall here. And to the left is going to be the Stingray Lagoon. And there are actually hundreds of stingrays there. I didn't realize that until we walked on our way back. And we are making our way to check in to our cabana. Now, in this video, I'll be showing you a little bit of the cabana, but like I said before, I do have a full video of the Barbie cabana separately on my channel. And Atlantis is huge, but they do have maps and signage all along to help you navigate through the property. And those are the regular cabanas, as you can see there. So if you don't want a Barbie decorated cabana, you can opt for a regular cabana there. They do also have umbrellas and loungers, and those are first come, first serve at no additional cost. And you can also get your towels as well if you forgot to bring your cruise ship towel. And they have a little volleyball net here in the pool. Now, what's awesome about this pool is they do have a swim-up bar, if that's something you're interested in. And here's the Barbie cabana. It did come with 3 waters. It came with towels, of course, a safe, a refrigerator, and also a bottle of rosé. And of course, you do get a designated attendant where you can order some food. And this is the menu here. You have your drinks, cocktails, beverages, and you have your snacks, salads, sandwiches. Now I wish the menu was had a little bit more variety, such as like quesadillas or maybe conch fritters. That would have been nice, but you can get those type of things elsewhere on property. Now if you get the Barbie Cabana, they do give you this bag that comes with a towel, a bucket hat, Barbie sunglasses, and so on. Now located right next to the coral pool is the Predator Lagoon, and this lagoon has sawfish, hammerheads, stingrays, and also amazing views of the main Atlantis building. And they do have this restaurant there as well. And then you can walk down, which I will show you later on in the video, and you can walk under the Predator Lagoon tunnel, which is something that you'll see a lot on social media. And I'm sure you'll recognize it. There is the sawfish there. And then we decided to make our way around Atlantis and make our way to the Aquaventure. Over here they do have a lagoon, which is nice, calm waters, calm and clear waters, if you want to build some sand castles, and that is close to the coral pool. And on the right hand side they also have the beach area, the regular beach, if you're not wanting lagoon style water. And you could see the beach was beautiful on this day. And coming across this bridge here, you can see views of that lagoon. Now I did notice a lot of people also like to snorkel there, which is nice. Now this is the famous slide that goes down into the Predator fish tank, which you will see sharks there. And then you can kind of see the people on their inner tubes floating alongside the sharks. And I love it because they come right up to the glass, which is super cool. And you can see there my son just loving it. So back on the day pass, what I love about the Atlantis day pass is you get access to all of the amenities on the property. So you get access to the beach, the Aquaventure, the slides. You can see the casinos, the restaurants, basically everything that you can touch and walk on the resort you have access to. And if you're also considering getting a Baha Mar water park day pass, just keep in mind that you can only stay inside the water park there. You cannot go to the beaches or the pool areas of Baha Mar. And they also have an option on Resort Pass to stay at the Grand Hyatt to have like a day room. Whenever we've tried to do that, it's been sold out, so I can't speak on that. But once again, if you choose that, you only have access to the Grand Hyatt and the beach. You wouldn't have access to the Baha Mar water park. So here we are at Poseidon's Playground. This is the area for kids and families. And they basically have water buckets here, slides, all kinds of activities in the waters for children and kids. And they have plenty of chairs and loungers and umbrellas. And they also have cafes and restrooms nearby. And just show you how that water bucket works. My son absolutely loves this, so I had to make sure to get this footage for him. So yes, the day pass for Atlantis is a little bit pricey, but you have to think of all the amenities that you're getting. This definitely took up our whole day from the time that we got off of the ship and got on property. We stayed there towards the very end, which is something that we rarely do. We literally made it back on the ship with like 15 minutes to spare before the ship left. So we found that when we went to Margaritaville or the Colonial Resort, we were heading back maybe 2 or 3 hours early before the ship departed. But not with Atlantis. We wanted to stay and just really enjoy it all. And if you choose to hang out at Poseidon's Playground, they do have servers coming up to you at your loungers and offering to get you a drink or food. So you can also order food and drink to your chairs if you choose. And we're making our way back to the Coral Pool because we wanted to see and check out the Predator Lagoon and Tunnel. So you'll be seeing that coming up ahead. And they have so many different pools on property. This is another pool to the right. And I'm not sure in total how many pools they have on property, but that's definitely something you can see on their website if you want to get more specific details. And once again, this is that beach lagoon area. And there's a lifeguard there on the kayak in the middle. And you can see the coral tower in the distance. And here are those hundreds of stingrays again. You can also swim with the stingrays apparently, or have a stingray type experience. You can also do dolphin experiences here. And I do know that MSC, through the excursions, they have those specific excursions available as far as swimming with the dolphins and so on. So making our way to the Predator Lagoon Tunnel, they do have a handicap accessible ramp because in the beginning all we saw was stairs, so we had to ask someone if they had a ramp because we do have our son stroller with us. So in this Predator Lagoon, you can see sawfish, different types of sharks. Over here to the right-hand side, they do have lobsters. And you'll see stingrays. And it definitely makes for a great picture once you're under that tunnel area. Now, also, I love how the taxi ride to get to Atlantis, it was about a 10-minute ride. It was super quick, which I like. If you're considering other locations such as Baja Mar, it's going to be a little bit of more of a distance. And just showing you those fish over here. Now, we've also done another excursion in Nassau that takes you to the poop deck, which is another beach type area that has beautiful waters and its own different amenities. But overall, I think Atlantis covers it all. And here we are under the tunnel. And at the moment that we were going under, there were some employees working on the tunnel, and they were in their scuba gear, so you're going to see that coming up. So Atlantis is definitely more of the family atmosphere, perfect for kids, families. If you're looking for more of an adult type atmosphere, then you would want to choose Baja Mar possibly, because they don't have like the water bucket areas, unless you choose to do the water park. But even then, I don't think they have that type of amenity. Also, we didn't get to explore all of Atlantis because we just simply ran out of time. So we didn't get to go into the main Atlantis Tower where they have the casino. They also have more of the Barbie experience, I believe, with a gift shop as well as like a ball pit area. And they also have more aquariums. We weren't too concerned about going to the main tower because we've been there before several years ago, so we've already seen what it looks like. But if it is your first time, you're definitely going to want to try to maybe have an itinerary, because it's definitely needed with as much as there is on property. And just showing you more of those fish there. And then just showing you some of the fish facts that you will find here in this Predator Lagoon. And they do have areas to sit inside of here, which is nice. So you can just sit there and enjoy the aquariums if you choose to do so. And right above the Predator Lagoon, they do have a bar as well and a restaurant, so you can dine there. They do also have a cute souvenir cup that says vitamin C. And then it has Atlantis on the other side if you're into like souvenir cups. But anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Coming up is some sea turtles. If you want to see a pros and cons of several excursions in Nassau, let me know in the comments below, and maybe I'll make a separate video comparing all of the different excursions that we've done in Nassau. And this is another view of the Barbie Cafe. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay magical. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, A Disney Bride's Diary. So today's video is going to be us on MSC's Ocean Cay Reserve. Now this is MSC's private island. It is located in the Bimini Chain Islands. And as you can see here, this is our view from our balcony. And we are on the starboard side. So if you're wanting to have a view from your balcony of the lighthouse and the lighthouse show, you would want to get the starboard side balcony. So here we are entering Ocean Cay Reserve now. Now, usually we get the cabana rental, but this time around we decided just to do the umbrella rental, and we got it for $17 on the MSC app. Just a tip, if you wait closer to the time of your sailing, normally they start discounting certain things, such as the cabana, which may be, let's say, $250. They'll discount it to $235, or the umbrellas, for instance, were $20 and it was discounted to $17. So you're just getting one umbrella for your family in your cabin. And once you enter, you have to go to the excursion area, which I'm going to show you right now. And of course, they will provide you with a ticket the night before your excursion so that you present that to the desk. Now, this time around when we went up to the excursion area, there was a sign that said just proceed to the beach area for your umbrella rental. Now, you can grab as many loungers as you want. It is on a first come, first served basis. And to get the umbrella, you will see this sign coming up here. Like I said, we had to go to the beach area, and you just find one of the attendants. They will give you the umbrella, and based on your proximity to the beach, you can either take the umbrella and mount it yourself, which is what we did, or they will do it for you if there's an attendant at the beach that you're choosing, if that makes sense. Now, we like to hang out at the beach, which is the Great Lagoon, also known as South Beach, which is probably one of the farthest beaches in the area. That's also the beach that's known to have the lemon sharks. So that area did not have an attendant, but they did have the bases for the umbrellas. So we went across to Bimini Beach and we found an attendant, we got an umbrella, and then went back to the Great Lagoon area, which is also known as North Beach. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to go ahead and provide you a map of Ocean Cay. That way you can see about the beaches that I was talking about on the map for yourself. But here we are, we're going into each of the shops right now just to see what new merchandise they have. Now they do get a lot of new items, a lot of new shirts, and we come here every couple of months. So we have noticed that they do have new items every now and then. So here's some cute salt and pepper shakers. They also have some nice shirts that say Ocean K Reserve on it. They have mugs. They had these shot glasses marked down 50% off. Now, I also did notice if you choose to get an item, like let's say coming up, there were some toddler outfits, infant outfits. Normally, it was for $30. It was marked down 50% off, and it only came out to like $17 for the outfits. They do have a lot of sales here. You can see the signage there. Items are for 50% off, and you really can't beat it. I found that their shirts are super affordable. Their shirts can run, let's say, $20, $15. It just depends on the design that you pick. I love this little hammerhead shark here. It was the only one that was left. They do have sharks, whales, a bunch of cute souvenirs for you to take home. They also have an ice cream shop on the property, so you can see some shirts there in the background that have their famous fish cone. Now, these are the infant outfits that I was talking about. They didn't have signage here that it was 50% off for any of these items here. So it was a surprise when I got to the cash register and it was marked off 50%. And these outfits are so cute. Of course, they are MSC exclusive. They have a little you can't see from there, but it has MSC on the front of those outfits, which is adorable. This is the ice cream shop that I was talking about. They also have iced coffees there as well. Now, I do have a completely separate video where I tour every single thing and I show the buffet items, the foods, also the ice cream shop, more of the merchandise. I'll try to link that video below so you can see that as well if you're interested. This one was more of a quick video of the umbrella rental. As you can see it here, we did get our 2 loungers and then our 1 umbrella. And like I said, it was first come, first serve basis. And it did have a lot of coverage, which I loved. And just showing you that base area there, just to show it. And this is the view that we had. Now, the Great Lagoon, like I said, is the lagoon known for the lemon sharks. And here they are. People really freak out when they see them. But lemon sharks, like I've stated in my previous videos, if you just leave them alone and do not provoke them, they just pretty much chill there. And you just swim around them. You can swim over them. And they will not bother you. And people were warning swimmers to get out of the water. But like I said, they just really just chill there. And they don't bother at all. So I would have to say this is our favorite area to swim in the water, because other than these lemon sharks, which are pretty much far away from the shallow area, there's no jellyfish or anything like that. We've been about 3 or 4 times here and we haven't had any other issues. There's no rocks to step on or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about having water shoes. I can't speak on the other beaches because we haven't been in Bimini Beach and those waters. We just find that this one is the largest body of water and we absolutely love it. It's always clear and beautiful. So here we are making our way around. Now keep in mind the buffet is only open until 2:30 p.m. and I believe it opens at 11 a.m. So you want to make sure to get your food in between those times. It is all you can eat, obviously, in between those times. They do have this Springer's bar. This is as you enter and of course exit the Ocean K area, and it's facing the water so you can get your bar items and have views of the beautiful water. They also have tram service, so if you don't want to walk around the island, you can take the tram. And here we are making our way back to the ship, and the shops are located to the right. So they have the shops that have the Ocean K Reserve items. And they also have a Bahamian shop that has, like, let's say rum cake, your more like Bahamas traditional items. There's the transport pavilion, as you can see. And I always love walking towards the ship because I think this island has the most beautiful views of the ship. And you can really get a lot of nice pictures of the ship with the lighthouse. And it has the most beautiful sunset pictures that you can take. So here we are back on the ship. We were decided to go to our top deck 18 Aria Spa location to get those beautiful views of the island. And there's Ocean K1, that ferry that guides the ship into Ocean K Reserve. And there's my son. He's just dancing and chilling in our Aurea spot area, which you can see is usually always empty like this. I always love sunset time on cruise ships because it's just so beautiful. The ocean's always calm and you can just see the views are amazing. And coming up, I'm going to be showing you the lighthouse show at night from our balcony, so stay tuned. Now, the only thing that I wish that Ocean K had was like a play splash pad area for the kids. They are doing a lot of construction and building a lot of things. So hopefully that's in the cards in the future for Ocean K. But other than that, we absolutely love it. Here is the lighthouse show. I'm going to let that play for a little bit with the music in the background. Stay tuned towards the end because we had an unexpected turn of events for our cruise, and where we had to come back early the night of Ocean K. But like I said, wait until after the light show and I'll explain more on that when we come back. Also, a side note, they do have two shows. So there's one at 7 p.m. and there's one at 7:45 p.m. before we sail away. And each show lasts 5 minutes. And I found that the second show was different than the first one because on the second one they had more of like a farewell party type show. You want to go in the lighthouse? And as the show was ending, we started sailing away. There are the employees there saying goodbye with their cell phone lights. It was hilarious because people from the cabins started yelling to the employees, asking them if they wanted to hop on board. And as you can see, the show is still going as we're leaving, which is pretty cool. So we were supposed to return at 7 a.m. on Friday. This was Thursday night. The captain made an announcement over the loudspeaker saying there was a medical emergency and we had to return at 11 p.m. that night. So this was at Ocean K at almost 8 p.m. and they had to hightail it back to Miami so we could be back there by 11 p.m. And at the end, I'm going to show you how the ambulance pulls up. Obviously, I'm not going to show the person being unloaded off because that's just rude, but you'll see the process of us arriving back and then the ambulance pulling up to take the person off. But like I said, not showing the person coming off. So you just have to keep in mind when you're on a cruise, these things can happen and you just have to roll with the punches. They kept us docked there at the port of Miami overnight. We could not get off the ship, obviously. We still had to wait until the next morning at 7 a.m. and when they started the the debarkation process. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget, I do have the other MSC Ocean Cay Reserve video. I will try and link it in the comments below. That gives more of a detailed tour of the buffet and all of those delicious things. And also on the last night, Thursday night, it was Italian dinner night. I forgot to mention that. So this is the Italian menu. I forgot to take a video of the food. It was delicious. I had chicken parmesan. And you see a little bit of the menu there. Just pause and zoom in if you want to see more. And then I show the rough waters as our ship was moving pretty fast to head back to the port of Miami. So it was an interesting night to say the least. It was a fun cruise as always. Highly recommend MSC. And thanks for watching again. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel at Disney Bride's Diary. So today's video is going to be our sea day on the MSC Divina. And we're starting off the video with some beautiful views of sea day from our balcony. I will also be showing you some more MSC merchandise that we came across, as well as starting off with the sea day brunch. The sea day brunch is a must-do. I think it's probably one of my most favorite foods out of the whole cruise. I'll be showing the menu. So it's called Tour de Brunch, and I will also be showing you the times that the brunch is during. And you have some Doremi bites. And just showing you those views, because at nighttime we do have dinner here in this area, but there's just something different when it's during the day and you're able to see the ocean. So my husband chose to get the cheeseburger. It does have onion rings on top of it. For my son, we got some of the Doremi French toast bites, and then I have a brioche toast here, which is absolutely delicious. And then my husband also got some eggs baked in a spicy tomato sauce. What I love about, and this is also the steak and eggs, and these are the desserts that we chose, which is strawberry shortcake. And then you have a fudge brownie here with ice cream. Now it's called Tour de Brunch because these are different food items from different countries. And these are the hours that it is only available, so keep that in mind. So you'll have meals from United Kingdom, you have something from France. So for instance, my brioche toast was from France. Absolutely delicious, and I highly recommend it. Now what I love around this ship is that they have these old style pictures. So here you have Bridget Bardot, and those are all around the ship. And here is a beautiful view of the pool deck as we're going up the elevator. And I'm going to be showing you the top deck 18 that's exclusive for Aurea guests. And right there they were doing a little cooking challenge for kids, which was pretty cool. And over here we were just making our way around because we weren't really familiar with how to get to the Aurea solarium from here. But there is the one water slide that they have on board the ship. And I thought this was a pretty cool view here of the smokestacks. And then once again, the slide. So as you can see straight ahead, the top deck solarium is there. You just have to take some stairs. And they do have stairs on either side. This side was closed on that specific day. And we decided to stop in the kids area, Doremi Land, before we went to the solarium. Now kids are allowed in that specific Aurea area, so that was pretty cool. Anyways, Doremi Land is awesome, and they have different rooms for different ages. So this was for 3 and under, and my son got to enjoy building some Legos. They also had a movie playing. And that was just a short clip of that. Now, when you get the Aurea experience with your room, you do have access to the Aurea Spa. You make a reservation once a day for a certain time slot. It is 1 hour time slots. We chose not to do the Aurea Spa for this sailing. We did it on the MSC Seashore, but not on this one because they only have a sauna, a steam room, and then a relaxation room. On the MSC Seashore, they have like a whole rainfall area, jacuzzis. So we just found that this spa on the Divina did not have a lot of what we were looking for, so we weren't really interested. But anyways, you can see here what they offer as far as skincare. Of course, you can make a pedicure, manicure reservation, and all of those spa-specific things. But it does smell amazing in here, and I just love the decor. And the gym is also here. They do have one of the largest gyms that we have seen on board a ship. It does wrap all the way around, as you can see here. I didn't want to go in and record all the equipment because I just figured that's awkward. People are working out. And just showing you more of the spa area. And you can see there what they have. And that's the MSC Yacht Club entrance if you choose to do Yacht Club. And they have so many jacuzzis on board this ship. As you can see, there's 2 jacuzzis there, and that pool's pretty large. Now, this is the top 18 solarium. You can see it's exclusively for the Aurea guests. And I love how they really check your card to make sure you do have the Aurea experience, because we saw several people come up and they were denied because they just thought it was for anyone. But you basically can grab one of these shell type beds, and the employee will come bring you towels and they will lay it down there for you. And then you do have access to the large jacuzzi here. So we grabbed one of those shell like beds, and they do have a padding that they put on it, and we're able to fit the whole family. It was 4 of us inside of it. This thing was huge, and you can just lounge. You get a cool little towel that says top 18 exclusive solarium. And it was really awesome because for a sea day, it was not packed on this deck at all. And you just have beautiful views all the way around because they do have those little cutout holes there. So it was nighttime. It was time for dinner. I got spinach dip, coconut shrimp. My husband got a quesadilla. Oh my goodness, you guys, this pork loin and the rice. My husband got a spicy type of pasta, as well as some Jamaican, I believe it was roast beef. And then they had the nightly entertainment here. An amazing saxophone player. I'd have to say every night the entertainment was awesome. My son loved each night just seeing who would play. And here is Venchi. This is where you can get your Italian gelato, your sundaes, milkshakes. And of course you do have to pay out of pocket for that, but it is definitely worth it. And just showing you some of those flavors there of the gelato that they have. Now, this is the pool shop. We cannot believe we came across this at night when it was closed, because apparently this specific pool shop is only open on sea day, and it's only open during those hours. So by the time that we got here, it was closed, but they have hats, they have bags, they have a bunch of cool items that we didn't see in any of the other gift shops. So if you have a chance to go to this pool shop, make sure you go during those hours, and it's during the day on sea day. I love these bags. They remind me of Stony Clover, but obviously for only $10. And they have some bedazzled hats and just some things that you, like I said, you won't find in the other gift shops. And I love how MSC, they do have Hot Wheels, Matchbox cars. So far I found that they have these items on every MSC ship, which is pretty cool. And showing you just some of the handbags. They did have 30% off for this brand. And fun fact, on the last night, they had 50% off for guest purses and for Valentino. And I love the shops. We would go into the shops every night just to see if we spotted something different. But of course, every night they lay out different items. And this night they had the guest purses. They'll lay out watches. And in this store, they have Lacoste shirts, Tommy Hilfiger. I might have to do a separate video of just the gift shop because I got a lot of gift shop footage. I would like to compile it all together. And 30% off on Citizen watches, Bulova, Maserati. I had no idea that Maserati had a watch brand. And I love how in the shopping area they do have the gelato and all that. Now this is complimentary food. Keep that in mind. So you can pick any of these items and it's complimentary. You can get yourself a nice little sandwich, a dessert, and then get an espresso to go. Take it to your room or just walk around. This pistachio dessert was delicious. Now, the arcade room we've been going to was on deck 16. We found this one that was on deck 6. Their arcade rooms are super small. My son still loved them. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I will be uploading the Atlantis video up next, so don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all of those good things. And don't forget to stay magical.